Welcome back to Soft Step English. I am Nora.
And I am Ethan. I have a very serious question today.
Oh no, I am already worried.
If someone gave you a lot of money tomorrow, would you become instantly wise and peaceful?
Instantly wise? No. Instantly less worried about rent? Maybe.
Exactly. And that is our whole episode.
Today we are talking about a question people ask again and again. Can money really bring happiness?
Such a small question. Very light, very easy, no pressure.
Yes, just one tiny life question. But it matters because many people say money cannot buy happiness. And then they still work longer hours, chase bigger salaries, and worry deeply about income.
Which is very human. People say one thing, but their calendar says another thing.
True. So, in this episode, we will look at when money really helps, when it helps less than people expect, and when the chase for money can actually damage life.
We will also talk about stress, comparison, social media, relationships, freedom, and that dangerous moving target called enough.
And as always, this episode is around B1 to B2 level. So, some parts may feel a little richer, but you do not need to catch every word. Stay with the main idea and come back later if you want to catch more.
If you enjoy learning English with real-life topics, you can follow the channel and come back for the next episode.
And if you want to join us, here is the question. What is one thing money has made easier in your life? Or one thing you wish it could make easier?
We read those comments. We really do. And sometimes your answers become part of a future episode.
All right, let us begin with the big idea. The answer is not a simple yes, and it is not a simple no.
Which is annoying but honest.
Money can bring happiness, but usually not in the magical way people imagine. It does not automatically create deep joy. A large number in a bank account is not the same thing as peace of mind, close relationships, or a meaningful life.
Peace of mind means a calm feeling in your head, less inner noise, less constant worry.
Yes, but money can remove many daily pressures. It can create safety, choice, and time. So money is often best understood as a tool, not a final goal.
A tool, not a personality, not a religion, not your whole identity.
Exactly. And money helps most when it supports basic needs, healthy relationships, and a life that matches your real values.
Values are the things that matter deeply to you, like family, honesty, freedom, health, or learning.
So already we have an important difference. Money can support happiness, but it is not the same as happiness.
Right, it can open a door, but it is not the whole house.
Now the first truth is very clear. Money matters a great deal when there is not enough of it.
Yes, this part is not abstract at all. If you cannot pay rent, buy food, visit a doctor, or keep the lights on, money is not some fancy idea. It is basic stability.
Stability means things are steady, safe, and not falling apart.
And if you do not have that, every small problem feels huge.
Here is a powerful example. Imagine a woman who works in a supermarket and lives from paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck means she gets paid, spends almost all of it on necessary things, and then waits nervously for the next payment.
Her son needs new shoes for school, but the electricity bill is also due. She has very little savings, so every small cost feels heavy.
She is doing math in her head all day. Quiet panic math.
Yes, and that phrase matters, quiet panic, because financial stress often lives in the background. It follows you while you work, cook, talk, and try to sleep.
Then imagine her income goes up enough to pay bills on time and save a little every month.
Her life may not suddenly look rich from the outside, but her stress could drop sharply. She may sleep better, she may smile more, she may argue less, she may have more patience with her family.
So in that case, money is not buying luxury. It is buying breathing room.
Breathing room is a useful phrase. It means a little extra space, time, or freedom, especially after pressure.
Like your life loosens its shoulders a little.
Beautifully said. And this is why some wealthier people misunderstand the sentence, money cannot buy happiness.
Because if you already have housing, healthcare, transport, and some free time, extra money may not change your life very much.
But if you are under strong financial pressure, Money can change almost everything. It can move you from survival mode into normal life.
Survival mode is when all your energy goes to getting through the next problem. You are not building, you are just trying not to fall.
And that is a very important distinction. For someone in survival mode, more money can mean relief, dignity, and basic human stability.
Dignity is another key word. It means the feeling that you are worthy of respect, that your life is not constantly being pushed down.
So when someone says, more money would make me happier, that person is not always being greedy.
They might just be tired, tired of being one broken tooth, one unpaid bill, or one sick day away from disaster.
Exactly. Now, once basic needs are covered, the relationship between money and happiness becomes less direct.
Money still helps, but the effect gets smaller.
It might help a family move to a quieter neighborhood, take a vacation once a year, replace a broken phone quickly, or choose work with better hours.
Those things are real. Comfort matters. Convenience matters. Let us not pretend they do not.
Absolutely. But after a certain point, each extra amount of money often brings less emotional change than the amount before it.
This happens because people adapt.
To adapt means to get used to something new until it feels normal.
A new car feels exciting. Then it becomes just your car. A bigger apartment feels special. Then it becomes the place where you leave socks on the floor.
Thank you for that image.
I offer realism.
Human beings are very good at turning special things into everyday things.
Which helps us survive hard times, actually. We can get used to pain, but we can also get used to comfort.
Right, adaptation is not always bad, but it does mean that material upgrades alone often fail to create lasting happiness.
Lasting means continuing for a long time, not just a bright little moment.
Here is another example. A young office worker dreams of earning twice as much money. He believes that when he reaches that salary, he will finally feel calm and successful.
Then he gets the promotion.
At first, he is proud. He buys better clothes, moves into a nicer apartment, starts ordering food instead of cooking.
Sounds efficient, also sounds expensive.
And then, a few months later, his mind moves forward again. Now he compares himself with people above him. He wants the next raise, the next apartment, the next level.
The finish line moved.
Yes, that is such an important phrase. The finish line moved. He thought success was one fixed point, but as soon as he arrived, the point shifted.
Like trying to hug a cloud.
Strange image, but yes. And this brings us to comparison.
Comparison. The sport nobody enjoys and everybody plays.
People rarely judge money in a neutral way. They often look sideways.
Sideways meaning they look at other people around them.
A simple life can feel enough until friends start posting photos from expensive vacations, elegant weddings, or beautiful homes.
A child can love their shoes until another child has the famous brand.
And then money becomes tied to status.
Status means social position, the feeling of how respected, admired, or impressive you seem to others.
When that happens, money is no longer only about safety or comfort. It becomes about image, fear, and social ranking.
Then the cycle gets ugly. You earn more, spend more to match the people around you, and feel pressure to earn even more.
From outside, life may look shiny.
And inside it may feel tense and fragile.
Fragile means easily damaged, not strong or secure.
So a person can look successful and still feel like one problem could crack the whole thing.
Social media often makes this worse. In the past, people mainly compared themselves with neighbors, classmates, or coworkers. Now they can compare themselves with thousands of strangers every day.
You are tired in your small apartment, and suddenly your phone shows you beach vacations, designer bags, perfect kitchens, and couples smiling in unreal sunlight.
Even when people know those images are carefully chosen, the emotional effect can still be powerful.
Ordinary life starts to look too ordinary,
And income starts to feel like proof of personal worth.
which is dangerous because your worth and your salary are not the same thing.
Exactly. Another important turn is this. Money can create happiness in a more meaningful way when it buys time and freedom.
This part felt very real to me. A lot of people do not want money for the number itself. They want what the number makes possible.
They want the ability to refuse unhealthy work, care for family members, rest without fear, study something new, or live closer to nature.
In other words, they want more control over daily life.
Yes, and time is central here. A person with a high salary but no free evenings, no energy, and no close relationships may be less happy than someone who earns less but has a stable schedule and room to breathe.
Room to breathe. There is that idea again.
Think about two workers. One earns a very high income, but the job requires late night messages, weekend calls, and constant travel.
She is always available, which usually means she is never really free.
The second worker earns less but finishes at a reasonable hour, walks home through a local park, cooks dinner with his partner, and reads to his child before bed.
Less status, maybe, but maybe more actual life.
Precisely, more rhythm, more connection, more daily happiness.
This does not mean ambition is bad, by the way.
No, and this part is worth being careful about. Some people enjoy challenge. Some people find meaning in building a business, leading a team, or pursuing financial goals.
The key question is whether money is supporting the life you truly want, or a life you feel forced to perform.
Perform here means to act out a version of success for other people to see.
Like living on a stage you did not even choose.
Another area where money can support happiness is relationships. Financial stress is a common source of tension between partners, parents, and children, and even friends.
Tension means pressure, strain, that tight feeling before an argument.
When there is not enough money, ordinary choices become emotional. A grocery bill can start a fight. A school trip can create shame. A small loan between friends can damage trust.
Money problems do not stay inside the wallet. They spread into the room.
Very true. When a household has enough for basics and a modest emergency fund, relationships often become calmer. People can plan instead of only reacting to crisis after crisis.
They can talk about next month instead of just tonight.
Parents can focus more on their children and less on bills. Partners can think about long-term goals instead of only surviving the month.
So money does not create love.
But it can protect love from constant pressure.
Still, there is a warning here too.
Yes, money can also damage relationships when it becomes the center of life.
A parent might provide a beautiful home and excellent schools, but always be absent.
And then the child has material support but emotional gaps.
A couple may live in a lovely house and almost never really talk.
So money can support care, but it cannot replace attention, listening, trust, or affection.
Then the conversation moves into identity, and this part is sharp. People may begin with a healthy wish for financial stability, but over time that wish can change.
Earning starts to feel like proof of intelligence. Spending looks like proof of success. Wealth becomes proof of value.
Then money stops being a tool and becomes a mirror.
A mirror that tells you who you are.
And that is risky, because jobs disappear, businesses fail, markets change, people get sick. If your self-worth is built mostly on money, your emotional life becomes unstable.
Self-worth means the sense that you matter, that you have value as a person.
If one bad year at work feels like total personal failure, something has gone wrong in the foundation.
By contrast, people who connect identity to character, contribution, relationships, and inner values often stand on stronger ground.
They may still care about money, they just are not hanging their entire soul on it.
There is also an interesting distinction between spending on things and spending on experiences or support.
Objects can be nice. I enjoy a good chair. I am not anti-chair.
Important clarification.
Thank you.
But many objects lose emotional power quickly. Experiences often stay longer in memory.
A family trip, a birthday meal with old friends, a music class, a weekend with grandparents.
These moments often strengthen relationships, and relationships are one of the strongest sources of lasting happiness.
Support matters too. Paying for help is not always lazy or selfish.
Exactly. If a tired parent pays for childcare once a week to rest, that money may improve the mood of the whole family. If an overworked couple hires someone to clean the house twice a month, they may argue less and have more energy for each other.
If a student pays for a course that creates better opportunities later, That is not just spending, that is capacity.
Capacity means ability, strength, or room to do more.
So sometimes money buys comfort, but sometimes it buys actual human functioning.
It is also worth remembering that not everyone has the same chance to make these choices.
This is important. It is easy to give elegant advice when your basics are already safe.
Yes, safe housing, fair wages, affordable healthcare, and access to education all shape how much money people need just to feel stable.
In places where those basics are expensive or unequal, financial pressure becomes a much heavier emotional burden.
Burden means a heavy load, something difficult to carry.
So when someone says, money would make me happier, we should not rush to judge them.
They may not be asking for luxury. They may be asking for dignity, rest, treatment, safety, or 1 week without panic.
That is a huge difference.
At the same time, people sometimes expect money to solve emotional problems that come from somewhere else.
A bigger television does not cure loneliness.
A bigger house does not repair a weak marriage.
More shopping does not create purpose.
Exactly. Buying things can distract from pain for a short time, but distraction is not the same as healing.
That line is so important. Distraction is not healing.
A person may feel anxious, tired, or unimportant. Then imagine that a new salary, a better brand, or a more expensive lifestyle will finally make them feel whole.
For a little while, it works. There is excitement, movement. Other people notice.
But when the excitement fades, the old feelings are often still there.
Then begins the next upgrade hunt.
There is also a subtle point about pleasure and happiness. Pleasure matters. Good food, soft beds, beautiful spaces, and travel can improve life.
I support all four of those things.
I thought you might.
Deeply.
But deeper happiness usually includes other elements too: being needed, being understood, growing as a person, and living honestly.
Money can support some of that, but it cannot manufacture it on command.
You can see it in examples. A teacher in a small town may never become rich, but may feel deeply satisfied when former students remember her years later.
A nurse may come home exhausted, but know the work mattered.
A craftsman may earn a modest income while taking pride in building something with his hands.
None of that means low pay is good.
Right. The point is not be poor and noble. The point is that meaning and income are related, but they are not identical.
Then we get a very balanced idea. Money is strongest when it works quietly in the background.
It pays rent, covers emergencies, creates breathing room, and supports values. Then a person has enough stability to focus on love, health, work, curiosity, and community.
Quiet money, not dramatic money.
Well said. So what does a practical approach look like?
Here we go. Daily lifetime.
First, define enough in a personal and realistic way.
Enough does not mean no ambition. It means knowing the difference between real needs, healthy comfort, and endless comparison.
For one person, enough may mean a secure home, manageable working hours, and emergency savings.
For another, it may include supporting parents, paying for a child's education, or saving for a career change.
The exact number will be different for each life, but the principle stays the same. Money should serve clear priorities.
Priorities are the things that come first, the things you choose to protect.
Second, notice which spending truly improves life and which spending only creates a short, emotional high.
Emotional high means a brief excited feeling, like a small rush.
Spending that reduces chronic stress is often worth more than spending that only signals status.
Chronic stress means stress that stays for a long time, not one bad afternoon, a repeating condition.
A reliable bed may matter more than fashionable decoration. Health insurance may matter more than a luxury phone. A train ticket to visit a close friend may bring more lasting happiness than an expensive item bought from boredom.
Third, think about money as time and energy.
Every purchase represents hours of work, attention, and effort. So instead of asking only, "Can I afford this?" you might ask, "Is this worth the part of my life I used to earn it?"
That question can really stop you.
Yes, it connects money back to life itself.
Fourth, saving matters.
Even a small emergency fund can reduce fear. It creates a buffer between you and the next surprise expense.
Buffer means protection, a small, safe space between you and impact.
That kind of quiet security may look boring from the outside, but emotionally it can support happiness in a very steady way.
And finally, generosity.
Yes, generosity does not require great wealth. Even modest giving can create connection and meaning.
Helping a sibling through a difficult month, buying a meal for a friend, donating to a local cause, sharing resources with a neighbor.
In those moments, money is not only private comfort. It becomes a way to express care and belonging.
And that feeling can last longer than the pleasure of buying one more thing for yourself.
So, where does that leave us?
In the honest middle,
Money matters. It shapes housing, health, education, opportunity, and stress.
but it is necessary, not sufficient.
Exactly. Necessary means needed. Sufficient means enough by itself.
Money can bring relief, dignity, comfort, safety, and freedom.
But it cannot automatically create love, purpose, self respect, or inner peace.
Inner peace means deep calm inside yourself.
Happiness grows through how we live, what we notice, whom we care for, and what kind of life we build day by day.
So maybe the better question is not just, can money buy happiness?
Maybe the better question is, am I using money to build a life that feels safe, honest, and fully human?
That is the real question.
All right, let us slow down now. It is time for our word tour.
Word tour time. This is the part where we revisit useful expressions from the episode and say them together. No rush, take your time.
Our first phrase is peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Say it with us slowly. Peace of mind.
It means a calm mental state when you are not carrying constant worry.
Example, having some savings gave her peace of mind.
One more time. Peace of mind.
Next, paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Repeat after us. Paycheck to paycheck.
This means you spend almost all of each salary before the next one arrives.
Example, for years he lived paycheck to paycheck and could not save anything.
Good. Now our third phrase is stability.
Stability.
Slowly. Stability.
Stability means steady safety when life is not shaking all the time.
Example. A better income gave the family more stability.
Very good. The next one is survival mode.
Survival mode.
Say it with us. Survival mode.
This means a condition where all your energy goes to handling immediate problems.
Example, she was not planning for the future. She was in survival mode.
That one is powerful.
It is. Now let us take breathing room.
Breathing room.
One more time. Breathing room.
This means extra space or relief after pressure.
Example, paying off that debt gave him some breathing room.
Next is adapt.
Adapt.
Repeat after us. Adapt.
Adapt means to get used to a new situation.
Example. People adapt quickly to nicer things, so the excitement often fades.
Good. Now a very social word, status.
Status.
Say it with us. Status.
Status means social position, or how impressive someone seems in the eyes of others.
Example, he bought the car more for status than for comfort.
Oof. That sentence hurts because it is sometimes true.
It is. Now let us do dignity.
Dignity.
Slowly. Dignity.
Dignity means the feeling of being worthy of respect.
Example, she did not want luxury. She wanted dignity and safety.
Excellent. Next is emotional high.
Emotional high.
Repeat after us. Emotional high.
This means a short, intense feeling of excitement.
Example, the purchase gave him an emotional high, but it did not solve his real problem.
Very nice. And let us take buffer.
Buffer.
Say it with us. Buffer.
A buffer is protective space between you and trouble.
Example, an emergency fund creates a buffer against surprise expenses.
Good. And one last phrase, because it matters so much, inner peace.
Inner peace.
Slowly now. Inner peace.
Inner peace means deep calm inside yourself.
Example, more money gave him comfort, but it did not automatically bring inner peace.
Beautiful. Let us say three of them together just for practice: peace of mind, breathing room, inner peace.
Peace of mind, breathing room, inner peace.
Again, a little more slowly.
Peace of mind, breathing room, inner peace.
Excellent work. If you can, pause the episode and make one sentence with any two of today's expressions.
Or say them while walking home. We fully support dramatic sidewalk English.
Before we go, here is your small homework. Ask yourself this question and answer it in English. What does enough mean in my life right now?
Not for the internet, for you, but also for the internet if you want to comment.
Yes, please do comment. Tell us one thing money can genuinely support and one thing money cannot replace.
And if this episode helped you, you can follow the channel and share it with one friend who works too hard, shops when stressed, or keeps moving the finish line.
Thank you for spending this time with us on Soft Step English.
We are very glad you are here.
I am Nora.
And I am Ethan.
Take care of your English. Take care of your mind, and we will meet you again soon.
More English is waiting for you, one calm step at a time.